I don't really know how I'm in this jumper again. Well, I kind of do know. It's just because it's my thickest, coziest jumper. But good morning. Welcome to a very rainy, miserable day in the UK. Let's see what the forecast is for the whole day. And I don't think it looks hopeful at all. Oh my gosh. 90% to 100% chance of rain all day until 8 p.m. The weather just like ruins your plans. British weather. This is what we're working with today. You can't even see that well, but rain is coming down from the grey sky and the garden is getting muddier. I will be complaining all day about this weather. Okay, so because it's so miserable and rainy, we need artificial lighting. Okay, anyways, I need to plan my tutoring session this morning, so I'm gonna do that before I have breakfast, because then I'll have breakfast as my end goal in mind. It'll make me do it faster. Yeah, I want to find a notepad that I can plan all my tutoring sessions in, and basically a tutoring notepad. Milka, what are you doing? Anyways, as we're all familiar with, this is the junk from my old room. I did put a spare notepad in one of these. Aha, this is what I am looking for. I can just stick a sticker over this and write Holly's tutoring on it or something, I don't know. And this can be my tutoring notepad. You gonna come, Milka? No, she really wants to get in that room. Oh, it even comes with a pen. Why is this pen not coming out? Oh, ew, oh no. It's lined. We all know how I feel about lined paper. I mean, I work with these lines, but ideally, I want it in plain paper. Anyways. So what I do to plan my tutoring sessions normally is refer to a specification, and I then like to make PowerPoints with all my notes and exam questions on it to work through. Milka, how am I supposed to do anything when you're just standing on the desk? Like, are you just gonna sit there? Oh my gosh. Minnie, lift this up. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you. Come and sit here. Okay, good girl. Wow, dealing with this kitten. Okay, so we have a plan. This is biology, obviously. It's what I tutor in most of the time. I help people with personal statements, but that's not very... like, people aren't really writing personal statements at this time of the year. So the plan is to do a bit of a new topic, then we're going to recap something that I did like a few sessions ago, then we're going to finish something we did last time and do that with exam questions, and then hopefully recap what we just learned, something new at the start. Does that make sense? It makes sense in my head and it's written down. We're not going to get through all of that, I don't think, in an hour, maybe 2 hours, but this is a 1 hour session, so we'll just see how far we get. I'm glad I now have a notebook so I can make notes for each person I tutor, so I know where I'm up to and what topics we need to do next, etc. It's an ingenious idea, isn't it, Milka? Oh, the spirulina is stuck. Oh no, get that lemon spoon. I have.
Is it raining out there?
Yeah, it's raining. Have fun. According to Matthew, my middle name is Miss.
Well, you know why?
Yeah.
It's like the most accurate middle name I've ever heard in my life.
Why am I spooning this from a mason jar?
Cause you're so Matthew! Are you spilling it down as well?
No, not yet.
What? Yes. Are you okay, Matthew?
Are you okay, Matthew? Oh my god, it is down my jumper. Matthew!
No, where is it? Holly. Oh, you're such a mug.
You think that stains, or?
Yep.
You think that stains?
Absolutely.
And my first tutoring session that day was at 11 till 12. I also get asked a lot how I share my screen on my MacBook, and essentially I use QuickTime, which is super easy, and it just makes it a lot easier when I'm explaining things alongside my PowerPoint.
So I'm just taking B12 because I haven't taken it in a while with vitamin D. Which one is it? I always get confused. It's a vegan vitamin D3. A lot of you ask me where I get them from, and we get them from Cytoplan. Wow. You're actually like so in love with your new setup, right? What?
Go away!
Oh, rude. Anyways, I was just telling you that looks quite cool. Matthew, have fun. I'm gonna leave you alone. So rude to me. Okay, I've just finished tutoring. I'm gonna tie my hair up because midway through the day or the morning, I'm just like, I'm frustrated with it being down. Otherwise, I'm constantly like flicking it from one side to the other and it just frustrates me. This spot thing is still on my face. I don't really help myself though because I like touch my face all the time, which freaks Emily out because she hates it when I touch my face. I just touch my face, I don't even care. And when I like go like this and I feel something and I scratch it and I scratch off the scab so it doesn't fully heal, hence why it's still on my face here. Okay, I'm still obviously in this small little room. I also feel so cluttered on this desk because like the family computer is here and it takes up a lot of space and I don't have very much space to put all my stuff, especially when I'm doing stuff and working and everything. I love green tea at the moment. I also wanted the decaf one just because if I drink it in the evenings, I don't want caffeine because it will keep me up, and I don't normally drink caffeine as it is. Like I don't really drink tea or coffee. I've only recently discovered when I was away in Australia that I liked green tea. It was on the dive boat. It still does contain caffeine. Like anything decaffeinated still does have a bit of caffeine in it, otherwise it would be super processed. But I didn't want fully caffeinated green tea, if that makes sense. But yeah, basically we need to go through and add stuff to my to-do list.
So I used to always write my to-do lists out by hand, but I now do it electronically, so I have it on my MacBook and on my phone, which works really well actually. And then after that, I just wrote down something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time, and it's actually something that one of you recommended on one of my videos.
Oh, it's getting cold. Stop complaining, Holly. Stop complaining. So, what I've just done is in this very ugly diary, my 2019 diary was the best diary I had from personalplanner.com, I think. I personalized it, but because I was obviously traveling for the first bit of 2020, and when I got back and I realized I didn't have a diary, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get one ASAP. So I just ordered one that was going to come next day. I have Amazon Prime, so I got this on Amazon. And the ones on like Personal Planner and other cool websites, they take like 2 weeks to do. And I was like, I don't have that long to be without a diary. I mean, it does have everything you need. It's just not very appealing aesthetically. But I wrote down all of my goals. Short-term and long-term goals. I need to work out what I want to do with my life, where I want to go next, where I want to be, who I want to be with, and what do I want to do basically. Oops, I'm just like ripping my diary. But yeah, I've just written it down, but it's nice to actually see the things I want to do and to just brainstorm and think about outside the box. These are not all gonna get completed in 2020. I've written 2020 goals, but you know, some of these are longer long-term, others are a bit more in the foreseeable future, shall we say. If you are in the same situation as me, maybe you finish school, maybe you finish university, maybe you're in your 30s, you've just moved away from one job and you don't know where to go next. Whatever situation you're in, please pause this video, find a piece of paper or find a notepad or something and a pen and just write down, what do you want to achieve in life? Do you have any goals? It can be anything at all, from the smallest of things to the wildest of ideas that you have. Just write them down. It will help you put them into context and see it, I don't know, see it written down maybe, instead of just having them floating around in your mind, because I have so many ideas and so many goals and so many things that I would love to do, and I always just store them in my mind. A thought will come to me and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to do that, or the next day I'll be like, oh yeah, I really wanted to do that, remember? And I never see it written down and I never have them fixed on paper, sort of thing. Some of them I've spoken to you guys about, like I want to apply for a master's this year. Whether that starts this year or early next year will depend on the course I apply for, but I want to apply for one and I want to look for funding and stuff. I want to continue my studies, that's what I want to do. And you have to say to yourself, what do you want to do? Don't write things down that you feel you should be doing, write things down that you want to do, like what's gonna feed your soul. So yeah, I really want to do a master's. I am focusing a lot on running at the moment. When I was away and traveling, I was doing so much running, and it really just did reignite my love for running. I really do love it. See, I want to do at least one running event this year, and I've said at least one because maybe I can do more, and I would love to start with a half marathon. I said in the planning my life video that I would love to do a marathon, like the London Marathon, when I got back, but I just don't think I would have had enough time to train well and train to get a good time, because at the moment I'm running not just for distance and not just to run. I am at the moment really running and focusing on speed and trying to get a good time and getting PBs for myself. So I've written down I want to grow Nana with Emily, so we're hopefully going to be bringing out more products very soon. We're sampling things at the moment. I need to write that down. I need to write that down. See, this is the thing, something else has just come to mind. Like, I do know that at this point in my life I feel like I want to move out and I'm ready to make that leap, so I'm gonna move up. Why have I written move up? Just gonna have to cross it out. Yeah, I do want to move out, and I feel like doing a master's abroad, hopefully that will be my bridge and my stepping stone to then permanently moving out. But yeah, traveling again is obviously on here. I really want to resume Holly Goes Solo. At the moment it's a bit like the world is in a bit of a sticky situation, a conundrum, with obviously the virus outbreak, COVID-19, coronavirus. Holly Goes Solo is just on pause at the moment, but I at least want to plan my next trip. Try more recipes I've written down here. Like, this is a small thing, but trying recipes regularly is a goal. The ebook or physical book is back on here because I did mention I wanted to do that, and I really do want to do that still. Just so many things. I don't know where to start with any of them. It's kind of overwhelming, but you have it written down and it's a start. It's a starting point. You've got to start somewhere. Yeah, the future is in mind and the decisions really do scare me. But for me, planning is important. I am definitely embracing spontaneity a lot more these days, but I think having a balance between planning and being spontaneous is good. Got a balance. Alice. Oh my gosh, I've got to write down. How could I have missed this one? How can I write this? Improve my German, or should I be very ambitious and write become fluent in German? Let's go for the ambitious one. Now I've written biome. Biome. What is up with my writing today? Like, what is that? Biome? Become fluent in German. Yeah, that is so ambitious, but it puts my mind to it. Holly Goes Solo to Germany one day. Loads of other places obviously, but yeah, become fluent in German. Okay, that's ambitious, but we can try. The hardest thing is to start. And once you cross that hurdle, the rest is not as bad.
To be honest with you, I didn't really know where to start, but I decided to go downstairs and sit with Emily, and we wanted to work on something together. It was one of my goals on my list of things, and so I thought that we could do a bit of work towards that. It wasn't actually Nana, by the way.
Dude, shh. What am I saying again? I know what I'm saying.
Hallo!
Hi, hallo, guten
Ich
Tag.
habe
Nein, dude, nein. Let's hope for the best. Hiya.
Yeah, we had to make a few phone calls, and let's be real here, me making phone calls can be a bit of a shambles sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. On the boot. Yeah, Saturday is good. Sorry, say again? Thanks, bye. So okay, that's good. Let's write it in your diary, dude. We made some progress.
So after being told what to say on the phone by Emily, I was then told what to do with the shopping by Matthew, and I just feel like this is a middle child thing.
Wait,
I am, Matthew.
start doing this. Start again, all done. Come on.
Why are you boss around? By you.
You're messy.
I'm not, Matthew. Stop telling me that I'm messy.
Yeah, so according to my family, I am a very messy person. And I mean, you can comment down below whether you agree or not. It was then about 2 o'clock, so I decided it was a good time to make lunch.
I still have not officially worn my new trainers. Basically, whenever it's raining outside, which is most days at the moment in the UK, I don't wear them because I don't want to get them muddy, even though they are going to get muddy eventually. I just have this thing with like new shoes that I don't want to get them muddy the first time I wear them. I think I had another excuse though the other day because I hadn't really broken them in. I didn't want them to give me blisters. So I wrote down on my to-do list that I had to break these in around the house. I should have already put them on this morning, but I forgot. Yeah, for anyone that asked and didn't catch it in the other video where I mentioned that the Nike Zoom Pegasus 34s. And yeah, I'm really excited to run in them, like properly run in them, because I've been running in my old ones and these will obviously have an added boost, a bit of a spring. Oh, they're so fresh. Fresh trainers. Oh, I just want to kiss them. Whoa, what is that? Oh my gosh. Whew. Oops, I just set a timer. Yeah, I just set a timer so that I knew I needed to come back up the stairs at that time to sort out for my next tutoring session. Basically, that was why I set a timer. I set timers all the time. It's just how I roll a lot of the time with my timers. I know a lot of people don't like that noise as well, so sorry, my bad. But anyways, fresh trainers is what we were gonna say. Fresh crepes, is that what you call them? Fresh crepes? I don't know. Let's break these things in. Keep them on, keep breaking them in.
I then did just sit back down, but I promise you after my tutoring session, which was 4:30 to 5:30, I did walk around in my trainers to actually break them in.
So I'm fully aware that this looks very strange. Yeah, I feel like people think I'm really dodgy when I walk around in this beanie. They either think I'm a boy or something, or I'm gonna go and steal a load of stuff. But I'm genuinely not, I'm just cold. Story of my life. And they're also like, are you 12? And I'm like, no, I'm not actually. My ears are really sensitive to not even temperature. It's when I get stressed, all the stress and the heat goes to my ears and they get super red, and I don't like that feeling. So I like to keep them as cool as possible until I go outside and it's just like ka-choom. Still using the traveling Dora the Explorer backpack because I just like it. Gym time, just finished tutoring. Oh, I honestly love tutoring and teaching. It makes me feel so good, and it's hopefully something I do want to do in the future. Not necessarily being a teacher per se, like teaching in schools and whatever, but I am definitely considering like doing a master's and furthering my journey, can't think of another word right now, through academia. Maybe like lecturing or professing, who knows. Find what you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life. A motto you've probably heard before, but it's very true. Very, very true.
So my workout started with a pretty fast 5k run on the treadmill, and then I did do a circuit class, which I didn't film, but then after that I made sure I did a very long, deep stretch.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that.
It has been raining all day, non-stop, and it's like, do you want to stop? I need to calm down. I literally just can't deal with this weather. I'm so sorry. But Milka, what? Oh, I highly doubt you've been outside today, Milka. I did a 5k on the treadmill, so it's kind of like a staircase in terms of the speed. So the incline was up a bit and I was working up my speed every kilometer and then working back down, sort of thing. And then I did a circuit class. I do a lot of the classes at the gym because I really like them. It was a lot of like strength, so like abs and arm stuff, dumbbell stuff, some squats, some like rowing stuff, bit of cardio. And then afterwards, because Matthew kind of came quite late and I wasn't gonna walk back in the dark in the rain, so I was just waiting for him to finish, I just did a lot of stretching basically. And for me, stretching is really important, especially because I'm doing a lot of running at the moment and that tends to kind of stiffen your muscles. On the topic of running, I was doing a lot of research yesterday into different running events and half marathons. But yeah, I was just looking at some in London. I think I'd like to do one. Maybe when the weather gets a bit warmer. So April is next month, which will be quite soon. May, June. Wow, this year is already flying by. If you've ever done a half marathon in London in particular, any recommendations? Definitely hit me up. Here's the Hackney Half Marathon, May. That's a good time. Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park Half Marathon. No date yet. Useful. But there was another one that I was looking at the other day. Lots of them are in September. Wow. October. I kind of want one in the summertime. Summer, because do we even get a summer in the UK? Sorry, I'm complaining about the UK weather again.
Girls, down.
Okay, coming, Matthew. Thank you for your information. I could even do a 10k, but I think half marathon will push me a bit. Where is it? Ah, this thing. Any frittata, anyone? No frittata, no? Okay, this is some leftover frittata from was it yesterday? No, the day before, when I basically tried 3 of your recipes. I'm just gonna finish off the leftovers.
I ate the frittata with the rest of my dinner, and then afterwards I had a shower and basically folded the 2 items that I'd sold on my Depop that evening. I then wrote down all of the half marathons that were coming up pretty soon in early 2020, and then I finished off my evening doing some German practice on Babbel.
Okay, I should be quiet. I'm upstairs and I'm going to bed. That's all I'm gonna do today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you enjoyed it, as always, comment down below, subscribe if you want to, and I'll speak to you in another video. The camera now has extra elastic bands on it and sellotape. It's going well. Bye.